First of all, it feels great to be back home after being on the road for a week. I know our team really appreciated just getting to be in front of our fans, and I did as well. It was not a pretty win. I wish we would have finished it out a little bit stronger, but at the end of the day, winning is really hard. It's really hard in this conference, and I will take it all day. So really proud of our kids.
When we talked to Jeff, he said he felt like y'all had a stronger defensive scheme for what they were doing than you did the first time around. Mm-hmm. Did you feel that way too?
You know, we kind of just felt like that about everything the first time we played them. We were at a place at that point in the season, just starting out conference, where we were still trying to figure it out, trying to figure out the grit, the toughness that it takes in the Big 12. Just having so many new faces, you know, they just didn't get it. And so I think that our team really kind of had a chip on their shoulder, knowing they didn't see our best basketball the first time around. And honestly, our scheme was very similar. It was almost identical. Our kids just actually executed and had a lot more toughness tonight.
How different were your rotations? I know Annegret didn't play. So how different was that? Because I know it's different when a forward or a center isn't playing, but when Annegret's your main ball handler off the bench, how difficult is it switching up people?
Well, Taryn Belton was amazing. She never came out of the game. She really was just so solid for us. So really proud of her. And this team is so fun because they find ways to step up. And I can honestly say as a coach, I've never really had to go through so much adversity in terms of trying to find a rotation, whether from foul trouble, whether just not having people, injuries here and there, sickness here and there. So I was just really proud of the way our kids, I challenged them before the game, knowing we were down a couple bodies. Hey, everyone's got to give a little bit more tonight, and everyone did that for us.
She was really aggressive on the mid-range there early in the game. Was that something you kind of told her, or did she just go out and do it?
Yeah, we've got a shot selection that we have with each of our kids, and they all know, we call it their 9. So whatever your 9 is, that's the shot that you know, and we all know you can make 9 times out of 10. Taryn's is that mid-range jumper, and she saw that they were kind of backing off of her. I told her just get right to your 9, and she did a great job of that.
What opens up in the offense when you guys are able to move the ball well? You scored 27 baskets tonight, 22 assists. What changes for you guys? Everything
changes. I mean, we have so many weapons, so many three-point shooters. We got a great post presence. So we feel like if we can get a paint touch, and kick out for threes, then that's when we're at our best. And I thought our kids were exceptional at that. I mean, we had more turnovers than I would have liked. They were uncharacteristic, but 22 assists, that's pretty impressive.
And then Naomi, she had 17, 7, and 6. What's it like standing there on the sidelines and watching her on a night like this?
I've been spoiled. I've got to do that my whole, last 3 years with her. I think she had a drive and a hunger because she really didn't get to play a lot against OU in our last game, so she was ready to come out and get it going.
How are you able to fix those foul issues since Saturday? I know some of those weren't in your favor, but how are you able to fix those issues?
Well, I wish I had more control. I'm not an official. So, our team, our coaches, we all have to be better at adjusting. But, it's going to ebb and flow. So I don't know that there's really anything we can do. I think our kids can be a little smarter sometimes and stay walled up a little bit better. But at the end of the day, I want them to be aggressive and feel like we can turn our defense into offense. So we just have to be better adjusting.
Taylor didn't seem to be hesitant at all. You put her back in, I think, 4.5 minutes with her 4th foul. Did you worry about that? I know she's coming off a game where she fouled out. She had 4 already. Did you worry about that at all?
I think it's always a worry for a coach, and that's like the $1 million question, right? Do you play him? Do you not play him? You can either look really stupid or really smart, depending on what happens. But we also have to try things to know. And I felt like our team was playing well enough and other players were playing well enough that even if we didn't have her, we were going to be fine. So ultimately, we decided to put her on the floor, and it paid off.
If I counted right, you're now 1-4 against Jeff. as a head coach? Was that a fun one to get?
Of course. I mean, any win is fun in this conference. I have so much respect for Coach Mitty. I mean, he's a dear friend of mine. I would not be at this podium without him, without the opportunities he gave me, without the things that he taught me. So much of who I am as a coach now, I took from him. And it's not just him, it's the whole staff. I love that staff very dearly. But any win is a good win. So,
How difficult is it for your team to try and find confidence and consistency through a conference that you guys know you're going to lose games and win some, but how difficult is it to find confidence and consistency?
Yeah, I think it's incredibly difficult to maintain or get confidence when every game is hard, right? And I mean, I feel like our schedule has been incredibly tough. I mean, we've played the top teams in the conference. We've played the majority of those teams on the road at their place. And we had a talk on Monday just about, how important it is to not listen to what the world says on, if you win, you're a good team. If you lose, you're a bad team. That's not the case. Everything that we want is still ahead of us despite those losses. And I think our kids understood that. And, they're a very mature group. They're very experienced and just understand process. Not that it's easy, but they do understand it at the end of the day. And, we felt like with this game, we didn't show really what we were capable of the first time around, and they were ready to show that. And I just think, we just got to keep finding ways, and we will.
Does playing in this tough of a conference make you appreciate, I mean, you can't sit and soak it in, but does it make you appreciate a win that much more?
Oh, any win. I mean, yes, absolutely. And that's something I've learned, when I was first starting, I didn't. Actually threw the basketball away from my first win that I ever got. I threw it away because I thought that the team that we beat was terrible. True story. Like, they presented it to me and I was like, this is stupid. Like, no, because my standards, like, I want to win everything. I'm so competitive. But I have come to realize how hard it really is to win. And I appreciate every win, no matter who it is now.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.